welcome back into the best of 3 for the upper bracket final. Winner of this is going to be going to the playoffs next weekend. Loser goes down to the lower bracket final in the next and last best of 3 of the day. So we got 2 more best of 3s coming at you, and we're in the first one of those 3. On the left-hand side, Vinland Raiders. On the right, it's going to be Swedish Pensioners. We're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen for map number 1. Let's get through our housekeeping. Twitch hates me, it's okay, but you're not a bald ginger. What do you mean? Left-hand side for we already talked about Vinland Raiders and Swedish Pensioners. Best of 3 series, Banshee Cup Group B playoffs. Now, there's a Group A, Group B. We did Group A yesterday. Today, we're doing Group B. And then the 4 teams that win, 2 from yesterday, 2 from today, those will go into the playoffs next weekend, and those are all best of 5s. We'll have a 2-day weekend playoff of the best of 5s. There's 5 best of 5s next weekend and 1 best of 7. So there's a lot of good games next weekend, but of course that'll be split over 2 days. So it'll probably be like 3 or 4 best of 5. It'll probably be 4 best of 5s the first day, and then a best of 5 and a grand finals on the second day, something like that usually. Tomb of the Spider Queen is our map number 1. This is Meta Madness style of draft, so heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this best of 3 series. There are no tournament baseline bans. Heroes that are picked and played are the ones that are unavailable, so Blaze, Hogger, if they're not banned away in map 2 or 3, they could be drafted, but of course we have to get to that point in the series. Now there is this fun thing in the playoffs, and it will continue into next weekend from my understanding, with bounties. What are the bounties? Every team is available to do this, so if you draft a Butcher and win, you get $50, but you can only do 1 of these per game. And you could draft a Butcher, Cho'Gall, Nova, Azmodan, Gazlo, Murky, Probius, Valera, or Kale Fuzad. If you pick that hero and you win with them, that's 50 smackaroonies, regardless of where you end up in this tournament. You could get knocked out. You could get knocked out in the next best of 3 in the lower bracket finals. But if you finish 2 bounties over the course of your playoffs, that's $100 for your team, $20 per player. We can do that math. So, either way, that is how those bounties work. That is how much you get for the bounties. You're only allowed to do 1 per game. Obviously, both teams could not do a Butcher each, but, you know, one team could do a Butcher, and then, well, they can't... The other team can't do a Butcher the next game because it's Meta Madness style of draft. There's also things like Twin Blades Varian, Monstrosity Abathur, All Alliance, All Horde. You cannot use skins, so you cannot use the Johanna Orc skin and then draft a bunch of Horde characters and be like, look, we have a Horde comp. No. If you pick Johanna and you pick 4 more Diablo-based characters, Cassia, Mephisto, Deckard, Cain, Zool, then that's a Diablo composition, but you have to win with it as well. Of course, if you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to follow. I appreciate everyone who's been hanging out during all the live streams. Thanks for the support during the spinal injury, and we're slowly but surely getting back to our safe, or I would say our normal self, our healthy self. And then if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube page. Every VOD from the Banshee Cup and tournament stuff has spoiler-free additional time. So all best of 3s will be an hour and a half regardless of how many maps are played. That way you can't see the time signature and know how the games go. I believe that's everything. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for listening to my spiel. We got a Johanna on a Junkrat, so no draft composition for that. We do have the Hanzo Brightwing, so those are 2 different universes as well, but we still have opportunities for singular heroes, but also you could go into, like, triple healer for Tomb of the Spider Queen. We could see triple healer with Hanzo Hypercarry. Yeah, that makes complete sense. Yeah. Get an Uther as a main tank, pick up an Ariel as well for some CC, and then you grab, like, I don't know, something. Has any team completed any bounties yet? Yes. There have been a couple bounties completed. I know that there was a no healer bounty that was completed yesterday, and there's no way. There's only one bounty? One bounty has been finished. 1. A singular bounty has been finished. Okay. Well, whoever's putting up the bounty money is, roll it into another tournament or something. I don't know. Diablo and May are going to be banned away, not Maiev. We take 2 sips of a beer and we forget how to talk. 2 sips of a beer. Hanzo Brightwing for Tomb of the Spider Queen. I know it's a you want to win and just be done with it, but honestly, Azmodan would work really, really good for Vinland Raiders. Wait, really? Yeah, no, seriously. I have a literal spreadsheet of every team, because every team is allowed to do all these bounties. And only one of them is finished. Yeah. It was the no healer game, yeah. No healer game. No one finished Monstro yesterday. A little bit of a spoiler, but I think most of you were here for that. Cure, Dahaka, Thrall coming through as well. Okay, so solo heal Ana, Johanna, Junkrat. It's not a bad composition. Not a bad composition. As I said, like, I do think you could, like, if you wanted to go for the bounty and you want, like, this is the map where you could play Azmodan. And, like, Explosive Arrow, the wave, like, it works out, but I just don't think they'll do it. Like, I think this is going to be a safe pick, like, with a, not Maiev, because it's banned away. Yeah. They'll look for an actual mage that does actual damage. Azmodan does damage. He does. His stats are always very good because he has a giant AoE that does damage. It does not get kills. Unless you're a Dunk Lord. Righty. Which team wins? Tomb of the Spider Queen. Finland Raiders or Swedish Pensioners? You know what's actually wild if you think about it? The amount of Abathur priority yesterday versus today. The amount of Abathur priority has fallen off like a shelf in the ocean. If any of you have ever seen like how there's like the shelf in an ocean where just like there's that drop off into the murky blackness of nothing. It's like that today. Like it's sheer. It's crazy. Like zero priority onto Abathur today. Run it down with Azmodan. Yeah, do it. Okay, right side of Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 1 in this best of 3 upper bracket final. Winner goes to the playoffs next weekend. Loser drops down to the lower bracket and can compete for one more chance to go to the playoffs next weekend. But we'll get to that next as we are in this best of 3 series. First map, Tomb of the Spider Queen on the right-hand side. Swedish Pensioners with Cure playing Dahaka, Gia Junkrat, Max Passion Thrall, Skog on your Johanna, and last but not least, Jean Lazal will be your Ana. To the west of the map, it is Vinland Raiders, twice to play a Nubrek, Gaff to play your Hanzo, Nanochrome, Sven will be your Leoric, and a Hunter Orc playing Brightwing. Yay indeed, Chromie. Yay indeed. Simple Geometry Hanzo, Deep Breathing for the Brightwing, Tissue Regeneration on Cure here. Extra wound timers. We've got the slumber shells for our Ana. Pretty standard across the board for our level 1s. Hanzo picks up a couple stacks here. In the mid lane little engagement. We have a time stop onto somebody, I thought I heard, but no, it's not the case. Nano gets poked at. As we move down to bottom lane, the Orc is going to put the pressure on to Cure here, as Thrall is trying to help out. Does have the Rolling Thunder level 1, and good burrow from Cure right there. Nice read. Nicely done. Cure read the playbook, and he was like, he read the script, and he was like, ah, yes. At 56 seconds, I burrow. All right, Gamble's up and available if you'd like to make a Twitch prediction on who's going to win this map number 1. I had Horror Anomaly for the Chromie. And we're working through those gems slowly but surely. Until then, grabbing some camps, doing some double soak rotations. And reminding you that if you're having fun, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it greatly. Hope you're all having a fantastic Sunday. Thanks for joining me, and I know there's a lot of places you could be watching content on Twitch or even HOTS content, so thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out, and I appreciate it greatly. So our level 4s will be worked on slowly but surely as well. Hanzo's still poking out for stacks here and there as the double soaks are just slow and methodical. Nubarak gets an impale, follows up with a burrow. Says hello to Skog, and that's really about it. Concussion Mine blasting things around here as the wave is still being pressured in. Chromie, though, applying some sand to the enemy wave, and that's going to clear things out and zone back a few of the Swedish Pensioners. Sorry, I was saying the wrong team name in my head. Level 4 comes through. We got that Explosive Arrow for Hanzo. Magic Spit for the Brightwing. She'll also get the 1.1 range increase, so that takes her to 6.6. But also keep in mind, attacking enemy heroes with that auto attack gives you a 4-second cooldown on Soothing Mist. Bottom lane, combo into Max Passion. Max is absolutely fine. Leoric Wraith walking. He's gonna... Oh, he's got a Neil Peasants level 4. No extra slows. Great concussion mine. First blood goes over to the side of Swedish Pensioners. And the gems will be lost. It's not a lot, but hey, that's still 6 more gems denied. Is Kier subbing today? Swedish Pensioners. Yes. Sees Skog, Svampgrada, Gia, Max Passion, and Make are the typical players for the side of Swedish Pensioners. Or I guess, excuse me, the roster is the right word I'm looking for. So Kier's a sub, and so is Jean Lazalle. Which I think, isn't Jean Lazalle from Space Goofs or something like that? No. Maybe it was a team that got knocked out already. I'm trying to skim really quickly. Oh no, maybe Jean Lazalle never qualified. Yeah. So yeah, Jean Lazalle's a sub, and so is Kier. I will assume that next weekend they'll probably be at their full roster. Unless things go really well with Kier and Jean Lazalle, maybe you just say, hey, you're our core roster, but I'm not sure how it works out for the rules. Grab onto Hanzo here. Sleep Dart connects onto him as well. Phase Shift, Soothing Mist from Brightwing. Actually, it might have just been Soothing Mist right there, but either way, Twice is able to burrow away. Cure. He's got the Feeding Frenzy level 7. Full Sleep Dart build for the Ana. Overdose and Night Terrors at 4 and 7. Thrall lands the Root onto Leoric and throws out a Chain Lightning, trying to get a little bit of that value from level 1 Rolling Thunder into Sven with that percent-based damage and healing. And Turnin is here for both sides, but who's going to be able to get the gems in first? We've already got almost half for Swedish Pensioners. As Cure... Oh, good burrow, but he's still dead. Now, the gems, they're zoned. That's a lot of gems to lose. Jean Lazalle took an arrow to the knee and will take a nap for a little bit here. Get it? Ana, nap, Sleep Darts. Alright, 10 Talentier is almost here. We'll cycle through the other numbers as well, as 10s will pop up at the top of the screen. Twice goes in for the burrow onto Johanna, and she pops the Iron Skin and backs away. My apologies. I completely misread this. I thought Vinland Raiders got the objective. It was actually Swedish Pensioners eke out a turn-in while Cure was getting chased there. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting. Brightwing split by the concussion mine. There's a shield glare. Thrall is a crab. Lands the Frost Wolf. Temporal loop from Chromie. As Anubrak tries to burrow in, misses it as Max Passion has a beautiful wiggle away. You can do better. I'm trying. I'm trying my best, sir. Doing my best, sir. Who made this man a gunner? He's my cousin. 10 is almost here, as I mentioned. We'll have those stats at the bottom still rolling on through. Cure finishes out this camp. We're in the realm of back-to-back turn-in territory. It's 81 gems in the pocket out of the 50 needed, but usually during these Webweaver phases, you have split push in multiple lanes, so you also pick up gems from the waves that are pushing in. So this is back-to-back turn-in potential. It just really depends on how this objective phase goes and what is going to be picked up. So we've already seen the Temporal Loop. We've got Sundering for Thrall, Isolation to Haka, Brightwing with the Blink Heal. We'll see Hansa going into Dragon Strike, the Pretzels. And Entomb for Leoric, Cocoon for the Nubarak, Eye of Horus Ana. We've got a Riptire Junkrat, and Bless Shield for the Johanna. Let the dragon consume you. Hanzo gets the kill. I don't know if that was an arrow or if it was the heroic, but either way, it doesn't matter. Thrall goes down. The Webweaver's going to push in here. And this is the scary moment because you start getting kills during this objective phasing. That really opens up the opportunity to start pushing in heavily. Webweaver on top at 50%. The Riptire is going to be used to clear out the wave. And I don't disagree with that whatsoever. Junkrat trying to close the distance. Bless Shield from the Johanna to initiate over here as Kier goes in for the flank brush stock, but he's going to be hit with a Cocoon from a Nubrak, broken out immediately. Chromie Deep Breathing is done. 45 out of the 55 needed in the pockets of Vinland Raiders. So as I said, they were getting close, and it's that possibility. I mean, they're going to get a good chunk off this mid lane wave. Bottom is pretty far pushed in, but Leorca might be able to sneak those and then Wraith walk out or something. What's up, Rommel? How you doing today, bud? Drain Hope thrown into the bush just to check. Does have the hopelessness. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Thanks everyone for the lurks in the chats and all that good stuff. Oh, we had a very small gamble on this game. That is weird. What happened? Nubarak just burrowing back to safety. Leoric at bottom takes a bit of damage, but he Wraith walks out. No big deal. Entomb is about to be off cooldown, so is Cocoon 10 seconds away. 8 on Riptire for Junkrat. We've got the Entomb Dragon Strike from Hanzo combo. There's the Entomb. Where's the... Oh, good interrupt! Good interrupt! Oh, I thought it was. It's not even on a 10-second. I thought I heard Hanzo starting his Dragon Strike, but either way, Leorca's the one to go down. The Eye of Force activated by our Ana, getting some snipes across the map. 7, 43, 55, so still need... It's actually really, really close in gems between both teams. It's like a 1 or 2 gem difference, and we have a potential fight over here. Leorc's going to be able to respawn in the fight. He's going to cheat a little bit more death, respawning in the flank position. We have a Dragon Strike from Hanzo missing. Dahaka stalled out. Whoa! Dahaka gets bursted right there. He's able to burrow and get the Essence pop. The Junkrat Riptire is going to not be triggered to explode. Condemn from the Johanna. We have tissue regeneration's done already? God dang. Tissue regeneration done. I mean, it makes sense with the level 4 as well. All right, it is. I mean, it's not really back to back, but it's going to be double turn-in so far for Vinland Raiders, or at least they're postured for it. Granted, I say that in Swedish Pensioners, they got 59 in the pockets, and we can actually see right here who's got what. If you are curious, isolation onto a Nubrek. Level 13s are here. Unstoppable as he burrows away. There wasn't Ana healing. Oh, nice sidewall right there. There was a Biotic grenade going off from Ana. That's why you saw some healing denial. There's going to be an Entomb from Leoric. It's going to shut down Max Passion from going anywhere. He's just going to try and fight the Leoric. It's not going to work out. Cure will pick up a few gems. Sven getting low has to back away on the left-hand side. Cocoon onto the Junkrat as Gaff is working on the wave. Condemn from Johanna pulls a few in. She does have the Subdue level 4, but that's not the concern right now. Nubrek burrows onto Jean Lazelle. Nano getting a little bit low. But it seems, for the time being, that Vinland Raiders are forcing this, or are winning out this fight, forcing Swedish Pensioners back behind their front gate. And as I mentioned before, the turn-in availability is here. Nubarak and Hanzo with the vast majority, and Nubarak gets a good chunk of those in. 5 more needed. Looks like it is Hanzo. Hans Soap, the last one to turn in. And what will they do? Are they going to delay this out a little bit here? What's the game plan? Maybe they get a kill on Kier in bottom. Kier's got Burrow. He's got no brush stock for 62 seconds. That's a lot of gems to not be lost. Nicely done. Kier has the wiggle away, and no big deal. Okie dokie. All right, 4-2 in our kills. A little poke out from Chromie here and there just to try and get some vision. So, mid seems to be the big priority. Just combining words together easily. I love it. Big priority in the mid lane right now. Wave will be cleared out. The Web Weaver at 50%. Junkrat poking on top lane. A little experience advantage to the side of our blue team, but that's also because they're pressing into these waves and such a little bit faster. Top lane fort might go down. Might be the first structure to fall here. Almost 12 minutes in. Leoric considers the Wraith walk out. Doesn't see any... Oh, he's just going to proxy the wave. Nice. Not even really proxy. He's just going to clear out the wave. Cocoon onto Johanna. Kier breaks her out immediately. That's a good Entomb. Unfortunately, Dahaka's got the burrow. No top lane fort destruction. Still no structures have fallen here. Riptire point blank on Sven is going to try and short distance Wraith walk away. He is bopped back into the fort range. And now the members of Swedish Pensioners get that kill. And that's a big momentum boost for them, especially getting rid of 5, 10... No, it was like 16 gems. No, 18 gems or so, I think. Anyways, doesn't matter. Temporal Loop onto Thrall is the answer. He'll drop down to 50%. Ana's got a couple heals here and there. The big thing to note is that we are in double turn-in territory for the side of Swedish Pensioners with that 100 gems in their pockets currently. 38 on Dahaka, 36 on Johanna. Skog delayed out once. We do have the Leoric respawning, immediately Wraith walking out as well. And keep pulling away talents, I apologize. The fight keeps going on. We're kind of all over the place. Junkrat moving towards top lane. Cure is going to do that as well. He doesn't have the full turn in, but if he can get half in, that's a little bit of a that's more breathing room for Cure, and he'll get that in there, and that's got to be nice to have. Piercing arrow for the Hanzo. Concussion mine puts him back. Endless nades for the Junkrat. We've also got a Thunderstorm for our Thrall at level 16. Elongated Tongue on Dahaka, who brush stalks in. Immediately polymorphed. Pops the Essence. There's a lot thrown out here, and Sven actually is going to be falling. Ana gets the Eye of Horus snipe. That's pretty big. Sven will be able to cheat death a little bit here. We can check on that stat maybe as he's about to respawn. But until then, Sko gets the last bit of the turn, and here we go. Webweaver phase, I don't know how many this is. This is like the 4th one of the game right now. Yeah, I think that was 55 needed. All right, 4th Webweaver phase of the game, I do believe. Cure is discovered here. He's going to land the drag. Junkrat with a bit of damage. Does have, as I mentioned, have those endless nades. So hitting enemy heroes gets you that 1.5 second cooldown. He'll get that in there. Yeah, he'll get that in there. Yeehaw. Concussion Mine moves Junkrat towards top. Bottom lane fort falls. That is the first fort to fall. 14 minutes, 20 seconds in. That's a very late fort to fall here, man. Sleep Dart goes fishing. Sven is going to be fine. Mid lane fort taking a ton of damage here, and they're going to move towards top. Dahaka's in the flank position. He's looking at Chromie here. Shield timeout. Longest stasis in the game. Riptire from Junkrat. There's a Cocoon from Anubarak. We have Brightwing able to blink heal away. Drag from Dahaka not connecting onto the target he's looking for. Might be a little ping thing right there. Sko goes down the left-hand side. That's a lot of gems dropped. That's, what, 5, 10... Whoa, I didn't even see that one right there. That's a lot of gems. Oh my god. I think Johanna had like 30-something gems still. Now, Siege Giants are rocketing into bottom lane. The Webweaver dealing great damage. I think they were waiting for the boss to respawn, and that's a bit awkward, but it's okay. It's no big deal. Boss plus Webweavers is now an option. Junkrat gonna get the safe turn in here. Just get rid of those gems, get them turned in. Boss to be grabbed. Who's got the vast majority of this? It is 29 Hanzo... Brightwing, Hanzo, Chromie, I believe, have to turn in. I think that math checks out. Leoric is just pushing up bottom lane, trying to get the Webweaver to descend faster into the lane, or further as well. Oh! Caster math is awkward. It's Leoric who has to turn in. I mean, I nailed it perfectly, and I wasn't wrong at all. Webweavers, I mean, honestly, that delay actually works out really well, because now the boss is going to be working on the keep front gate. The Webweavers will descend right into that, and they considered going into mid for a second there, but I like this call. I say prioritize top heavily. Chromie time stop finds, or time trap sees Cure, brush stalking in. No, they're going to go for mid. I kind of don't like this. Also, I was wrong on this. The Webweaver delay is actually way too long. Boss is almost cleared out by the time. I mean, it gets you the mid lane fort. That's nice. Does it? I mean, the Webweaver's all the way over. Leoric gets bottom fort. I mean, you are opening up the map. You get that passive experience gain. Periodic catapult pressure to match bottom. I just feel like they could have gone for the keep. But either way, it doesn't matter. Top lane is going to be cleared out. Mid lane is pretty hardy right now. Bottom lane is even hardier. Is hardiest. Oh, Trader King Leoric. It is Burning Despair for our Burning Despair for Leoric. Anubarak Trader's King. We've got the Stuck in a Loop for Chromie. Dragon Awakens for Hanzo. That's pretty standard. We actually talked about that earlier. And it's the Blink Heal Invisible Friends for Brightwing. On the opposing side, Cannonballs. The Eye of Horus upgrade with the Deadeye. Got an Isolation Contagion. World Breaker for the Thrall, so it leaves that terrain on the ground for 3 seconds, and a Radiating Faith Johanna. Man, Vinland Raiders looking comfortable here in map 1. 32 out of the 65 needed, 35 out of the 60, but keep in mind there's already 20 turned in. So actually, what? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, 2 gems are needed, and this is available turn-in for Swedish pensioners. Maybe that's the momentum they can bolster. Maybe that's the momentum that can bolster them towards this late game for a momentum shift or trajectory change. Little shield glare there. Time stop onto Max Passion. He throws out the Sundering as an answer. The Orc is Wraith walking through the enemy, says the ominous Wraith row focus. No buried alive, level 20. Johanna inside the cocoon, and she'll pop the Iron Skin afterwards, and that's the end of that engagement. Massive wave in top lane. Siege Giants in bottom pushing in. And 9 gems are need to be turned in. Skog's got that. Thrall is able to quickly clear out mid. All right, well, these web weavers are soon. I gotta blow my... All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Polymorph onto the Johanna. Oh, my apologies. Sorry. 4 to 7 in kills, favoring the side, or not really favoring, but on the side of Swedish pensioners. They got those 4 kills. They got the web weavers pushing in here. I did unmute. Yes, I did. Okay, good. Sleep Dart, Sundering. Leoric is able to Wraith walk out. The Haka's got a huge wave in bottom pushing onto this keep right now. Junkrat and friends will join in. Lands the elongated tongue, but it's soothing Misteded from the Brightwing. We got a big entomb from Leoric. He's going to Wraith walk through a few enemies. Temporal loop onto the Johanna. Stuck in a loop. Active reload. Gets a good chunk of healing out of the Johanna. The bottom lane web weaver going to be cleared out as the Eye of Forest Deadeye is going to be active. Leoric Disperning Despair is not going to be enough, and Despair will fall. Good Sundering, locking Anubarak against the keep, but he's got the burrow out in time. Hanzo Dragon Strike is going to be able to get some zoning here. He does have that Dragon Awakens already at 26 seconds of cooldown. It's scatters too, right? Stormbow Scatter or basic attack. Everything but the Sonic Arrow, right? You know, it'd be kind of funny if there was a bit of this where if you land a Sonic Arrow on an enemy hero, you get a full reset on your Dragon Strike. I know that'd be busted as hell because there's some players out there that land those Sonic Arrows a decent amount. I wouldn't say consistently, but a decent amount of the time. So that would be kind of busted late game. But that'd be kind of funny. Well, not enough for a turn in here. 31 out of 65, 3 in the pockets. Chromie's going to leave a time trap around the boss to get some vision. Johanna showing mid. Nubrak is invisible with the invisible friends for a few moments because it's not indefinite anymore. It was changed a while ago. 9 seconds. 9 seconds of time. It used to be indefinite. That's kind of busted. So some shield glares to try and reveal. Cannonballs to poke out here and there. Anubarak is trying to push, or excuse me, Dahaka is trying to push up bottom lane. The Orc will match into that. Actually, how's that 1v1 going? Oh, that's fine. Sundering from Thrall. Blessed Shield from the Johanna comes out just before the cocoon connects. Hunter Orc is doing his best to back away. The Riptire is going to not be getting any explosion value. The Isolation misses in the flank. Dragon Strike from Hanzo goes through the enemies. And a Scatter takes it down to 10 seconds, chat. He was at like 35 seconds, lands a Giga Scatter, and he's down to 4 seconds of cooldown already. Dragon Awakens, okay, all right. Dragon Awakens is available. He's going to get that onto the low side of this lane. We currently have Eye of Force active from Ana. She's going to be going down. This is looking like a really good fight for the side of Vinland Raiders. They waited patiently for this moment, and they're going to find so much value. You take down mid lane, keep you end game here, and you go up 1 game in this best of 3 series here in the upper bracket final. As a reminder, Winner of this punches their ticket to the playoff next weekend. Loser goes down to the lower bracket final and has to fight one more best of 3 for that playoff spot next weekend. And Sven, he wants this. He wants to go core. They don't care about Cure. He doesn't care about Cure or Skog. He wants to end the game. Now, he will land that Drain Hope for some more sustainability. Isolation from Dahaka will be going out, connecting onto a few. Hunter Orc is the target of a lot of harassment, but the core shielding is falling. Dahaka, he burrows. Doesn't have a lot of essence. Dragon Strike zones him to the top side of this. Dahaka's just going to start Hearthing. We've got an Entomb from Leorc, the Polymorph, and the Temporal Loop on the Skog here, who is going to be taken down. Cure, the lone defender, steps out of the Hall of Storms, but it doesn't matter. He is going to be... Well, I guess it's going to be... They are going to be Vinland Raiders taking map number 1 in the upper bracket final. GG. Well played. Welcome back. It's Banshee Cup. We are here in the playoffs for the upper bracket final. Left-hand side is Vinland Raiders. Right-hand side is Swedish Pensioners. We're getting into map number 2. It is the Meta Madness style of draft. Excuse me.
Bandits, please get Baha some treats with this Dono spine.
Dono. Anonymous, thank you for the $13.37. I appreciate that. What's up, Mr. I'm Stuck? Welcome back. Mephisto and Hogger will be banned away. Infernal Shrines, map number 2 in the upper bracket final. If Vinland Raiders can win this, they punch their ticket to the playoffs next weekend. If Swedish Pensioners win this, we go to a map 3. It's a best of 3. Let's see if we get any fun bounties here. Rhaegar banned out, Sylvanas banned out. God, my eye is so itchy. Give me a second. All right, there we go. Sorry. We're back. Oh.
Tremble before me.
Oh, this is my jam!
Obviously, a Cho'Gall is on the way. Here. Didn't expect the match to go that way. What's up, Jace? How you doing, bud? Blaze, Lucio, Diablo. Okay. So Infernal Shrines, Diablo. What do they want to go? Maybe they want to go like a super dive-heavy composition. Yeah. Light Bomb. Probably a Last Rites. Maybe Lightning Breath, maybe Apocalypse. I like the idea of a Jaina still. I like the idea of a Jaina for Swedish Pensioners, if they want to go into some sort of mage like that. Get rid of the Genji. No Light Bomb dive combo. Makes sense. Zeratul is still up and available if Kier wants to go for a Zeratul on this map. I don't hate the idea of that. I don't know how his Zeratul is on the ping. I don't know if that's going to affect him or anything like that. It is something to consider. But I know he has been practicing on EU, so I don't think it's too much of a concern for him, but it is something to consider, especially on a high mobility, high mechanically savvy character. Sergeant Hammer banned away. The Blaze Lucio does open up an opportunity for protect the Hammer composition. Could have still gone into a Urel as well and then main tank it with the Blaze. What do they want? They need wave clear. They need damage. Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad is perfect for the bounty. Cho'Gall is perfect here as well. Now they're going to go Garrosh into the Diablo. Makes a lot of sense to deal with his dive and follow sustainability. Liquids. Liquids indeed. Last two picks here on the right-hand side for Swedish pensioners. I want an auto attacker and a mage, and I don't think we're gonna get it. I don't hate it. Siege from Tychus is pretty good. Wow, that was insanely fast. Okay, all right. Well, Medivh's in the map. Medivh is on the map, chat. Huh. Ouch. Oh, God. Alrighty. Well, here we go. On the left-hand side of the map, we've got Vinland Raiders. This is going to be a Sven Blaze. Nano playing your Medivh. Hunter Orc on the Lucio, twice to play Garrosh, and Gaff will be the Vala. Right-hand side of the map, Swedish Pensioners. Kira playing the Malthael. Max Passion on Tychus. We'll see a Skog Diablo. Gia playing Kerrigan, and John LaSalle is your Anduin. Alrighty, it's a Medivh game, chat. Body check Garrosh at level 1. Auto attack Vala. Adrenaline Stimpak for our Blaze. Fear of the Reaper on Malthael. We got Quarterback. Fear of the Swarm. Power Word Shield. All that good stuff. Groundbreaker from Garrosh says hello to Diablo. As I mentioned, body check level 1.
Let the games begin.
Indeed, Nano. Let the games begin. And I think with that, we can go ahead and get the Twitch prediction up and available if you'd like to gamble. Rotation down to bottom lane. And it's Arcane Punisher for the top. Okay. Thanks, Ash Mantle. It's just rotation, a little bit of siege, wait for the wave to get cleared out, try and pick up a couple stacks on Medivh, and back away. Nice bop from Lucio, creates a bit of space, allows Garrosh to get the combo toss onto Skog. Gia, Kerrigan. Not going to try and dive onto this bottom lane wave, and it looks like Blaze has made the quick rotation to mid. Soaks up that experience, and this is a quick camp in bottom. While Medivh throws out another Arcane Flare here and there, trying to get those stacks. He's got 8 out of the 40. As a reminder, if you don't know, Blaze, if the Medivh loses his stacks, he loses all of them. It's not like a percent or a certain amount, like Greymane or Hanzo. Wiz and Duelist and Redemption are those talents, but either way. Arcane Punisher coming up about a minute and a half, so until then, camps, rotations, maybe some stackage on Vala, as she is focused onto the camp currently, but needs to get those autos onto enemy heroes. Good toss onto Skog, tanks a Tower Shadow too, uses the Shadow Charge to back away. Kerrigan with a combo onto this Garrosh, and he is dead. No? Wow, I thought Garrosh was going to be died. Was going to be picked off right there. Not the case whatsoever. Malthael jumps in onto the wave for mid as the Blaze gets back into the top lane. Garrosh goes fishing with a Groundbreaker. No Twitch primes for him. The Groundbreaker thrown out by Garrosh. Gaff continuing to auto here and there. Kerrigan lands the combo. Decent damage onto the Vala, but she's able to vault away. She's not too concerned about all of this, or any of this. Shadow Charge in from Diablo, poking onto the wave. Groundbreaker connects onto Skog, Indomitable activated. And Diablo, the one tossed out of position right there. A little bit of healing reduction applied to him, and that's going to be from that body check level 1. 35% speed, movement speed debuff and 30% healing debuff. Death Dealer, Vala, by the way, level 4. Medivh on 19 out of the 40 stacks. Bigger they are for the Tychus. Chastise has 2 piercing light stacks, which means 2% spell power increase for the Anduin. Spell power does correlate to healing, so 2% more healing output. Blaze pops the Pyromania. Cure is looking to dive onto Gaff here, but the sustained damage is pretty good. Body check applied to Cure. Lucio goes in for the sustained damage and a little bit of a bop as well with his Sound Wave. Kerrigan ravaging around. It's 10 out of 10, or 10 out of 40 for both. It's actually very equal in this objective phasing. Team fight to be had on both sides. 7 talents here, not here yet, and it's not going to be got off this wave either. Diablo gets a Shadow Charge onto Sven. He does have the devastating, or the sacrificial soul, so getting these wall bangs are very good. Body check applied to Skog here, gets the overpower into Sven. We got a very low Garrosh, gets the portal and the protection status. Kerrigan looking for the impale, but can't find it. Vala poking in here with some fires at will. Looks like we're going to see a back off from the side of Swedish Pensioners. As there was it's a good toss onto Max Passion. Leap of Faith saves down to 278 HP as the Jet Propulsion connects onto Diablo. Groundbreaker onto 2. Cure getting a little bit low here as well. It's going to be a portal set up by Medivh. Vala vaulting around, and that will be Malthael, the one to go down. Medivh finds the kill. Punisher will be snuck out by Skog, but he's going to get punished for this, and that's going to give a few more stacks over to Vala. Now the Punisher jumps back in this top lane wave. Medivh sets up a portal, and that's we're looking to chase down the Tychus, but they can't find anything there. Punisher actually pulled into the middle of the lane. They're going to back off, tap well, let Garrosh eat the jump. Or Vala can eat the jump, no big deal. Okay, so the top lane Punisher cleared out. We've got Cure working on this camp. Oh, Arcane Explosion from Medivh. We've got the Nano Machine Coding at 4 for Blaze. 10 talents here is almost here, so we cycle through those numbers and take a look and see what the damage healing experience looks like in map number 2 in our 4th best of 3 of the day. There is another best of 3 coming up after this. All right. Top lane wave crashes into the fort front gate. We've got mid lane being cleared out. So top lane wave is going to get some damage. Oh, nice. Blaze gets the portal. That speeds things up a little bit, so he won't lose too much there. Lucio, push off, cures the target. Diablo comes in with a Shadow Charge. Gaff's going to be ally tossed out. Vala fine for the time being. Throws in a couple more autos here and there. Vaulting around as well. Getting that Death Dealer reset. Or I guess the vault reset. Oh, Gaff is able to vault. All the wrong words today. Mortar Punisher is going to be in the bottom lane coming up next. Leyline Seal, Reign of Vengeance, Warlord's Challenge, High Five Lucio, Bunker Blaze on the opposing side, Last Rites, Commandeer Odin, Apocalypse, Ultralisk, and a Light Bomb. Can we get a best of 11? I'm sorry, no. Oh, we are just waiting for pretty much objective phasing, because until then it's just grabbing some camps, safety clearing waves. I'm just waiting everything to kind of crash on in. Diablo has full souls, so that's nice for him. He's got the respawn if he does get taken down, and only consumes 75 of the 100 since he is post level 10. 33 stacks, by the way, from Medivh. 34. Just focus in on the Medivh stackage. Now, 6 stacks to go. It's getting a little bit close for Nano here. Make sure they don't want to get picked off. Cure is going to harass here. Allies are on the way. Cure knows this. He might have made a mistake trying to fight into this, and now Garrosh applies the body check. The Groundbreaker does not connect. Medivh is going to be... Oh, nice leap of faith from Jean Lazelle, and I don't think they actually get the kill onto Kier. I thought he was going to get punished for that. Not the case whatsoever. 69 stacks for Arvala. Very important to note right there. 69 stacks for her. By the way, increase the vault damage, base damage, increase vault basic attack damage bonus from 6% to 15% per stack of hatred if this attack kills its victim. Within 1.5 seconds, the mana cost and cooldown of vault are refunded. So victim, that can be minions as well. That's why you're going to see Vala vaulting a heck load of a lot. She's going to be able to use that Death Dealer consistently. Big Apocalypse from Diablo initiated. Medivh has finished out his stacks. Commandeer on the low side of our screen is going to be called down. A Blaze Bunker is not going to be enough for Garrosh as he gets picked off by Malthael. Was that last rites? Did that get a stack? It did. Oh my god. Maybe Garrosh jumped out of the bunker too early. Maybe the bunker ended. I didn't 100% see that, but it does look like Swedish pensioners, they're making a case for a map 3 with these team fights. Can we get a bingo tournament? It's gonna be a sub goal in the future, but I mean we gotta hit. We've been trying to hit this sub goal for like a week and a half or so, I think. So, yeah. So it's a little difficult to be motivated to do stuff, especially around like Heroes tournament stuff when things have not been the greatest lately viewership wise. It's kind of hard to be motivated to like want to build something when there's really not that many people watching or caring, you know. And I know you all do, but it's like it's I appreciate that, but it's hard to. There hasn't been a lot of growth here. Like my Twitch channel is stagnated, and it's like how do you reel that back in? How do you compete with bigger streamers that literally have pull because they're bigger streamers? That's just it. So motivation's been pretty bad lately. Diablo goes in. Sven gonna be able to drop down the bunker. We got Lucio with a good push off through a few enemies. Warlord's challenge from Garrosh is gonna activate, and Malthael's the one to go down. We do have Skog pushing twice around here. And Max Passion will try and trade, but the protection status says no. Gia body checked. Jet propulsion, toss. Gia's gonna pop the Chrysalis. That just creates a delay on their death timer. Frozen Punisher will be the third Punisher of the game, and that'll be moving into mid lane. Our stackage for Vala continues at 84. She has not been picked off yet. Well, she has not been picked off. I don't know if she'll be picked off at all. I don't know the script for this game. Indomitable activated by Garrosh. He's going to do his best to back away. Cures. Oh, wait, that's a light bomb, but it's denied. Nice Rain of Vengeance from Vala is going to slow things down. She's going to vault in. The Lucio's going to amp things up. Cures the one to fall first. A little push off onto Jean Lazelle. Vault around as well, and Vala's going to pick up her 100 stack off of all of that. There's going to be a portal forward. Twice goes in with the Warlord's challenge, and I thought it was actually going to be Garrosh the one in trouble. No, no, no. It's Diablo who's actually in trouble here, and he's going to go down. Souls consumed. Commandeer will be summoned here for the top lane defense. Malthael only one stack currently. Devastating Charge on one stack as well for Diablo. 5 Piercing Lake stacks for the Ando, and that's 5% spell power. Medivh's done with stackage, as we mentioned earlier. And that's it, at least to note for all of you, as the mid lane fort will be taken down. Temporal Flux for Medivh. Insane cooldown reduction. Basic attacks reduce Medivh's heroic ability cooldown. Basic attacks. Just attacks. Each enemy hero hit by Arcane Rift reduces Medivh's heroic cooldown by 9%. So it's basic attacks, and then you also have getting Arcane Rifts, hitting heroes with Arcane Rifts as well. Alright, Frozen Punisher, here we go. Mid lane, gonna be up next. Camp for bottom. Camp in mid already cleared out. Vinland Raiders. I mean, depending on how this goes, they could be looking at a victory here, but of course they're going to portal to top really quickly. Gia might be discovered here. Goes in for the combo, doesn't land it. But the objective phase is started out by the side of Swedish Pensioners, while the top lane wave is going to be cleared out quite quickly. So they'll get almost half of the skeletal defenders with Kerrigan ravaging around. Sven comes in with the Blaze, Oil Slick, Jet Propulsion, pops the Pyromania. Diablo initiates with a Shadow Apocalypse Shadow Charge. Light Bomb doesn't get a target. Though the skeletal defenders are looking really good for Swedish Pensioners, Vinland Raiders, they got to find a good team fight here or really force off the enemy. Commandeer Odin's going to be summoned. No level 20, no big red button. You still have the Annihilation and the Ragnarok Missile. Poking in. It's 25 to 29 in skeletal defenders. Diablo goes in with a Shadow Charge. Vala drops a Rain of Vengeance. Big Leyline Seal from Medivh. The Rain of Vengeance comes through. Malthael's going to get picked off. Skog is the next one to go down. No souls to buy him back in. 33 to 32 in skeletal defenders. 35 to 37. 36 to 37. And they're going to start wiping the floor with the side of Swedish Pensioners. Vinland Raiders. The enemy team, and I don't know, chat. Can they end here? 30-second death timer average. The Punisher here. I don't think it's a game-winning moment, but if you get another kill during the siege, you get like 2 kills during the siege, it might be game-ending then. All right, Malthael, the first one to respawn after that death. 20 talents here is going to be achieved off this top lane, or this mid lane keep, I do believe. There should be enough experience from that. Nope, it gives no experience at all. They're going core! Tychus up in 2. 20 talents here rolls through. Farflight Quiver. You got the Titanic Might. Medivh cheats. That's a good Gia initiation. 250 HP. Warlord's Challenge. Does he have the death thing at level 20? No, he doesn't have the Death Wish. Either way, Gia's going to be safe with like 19 HP. Diablo goes down. No souls. Last Rites on the Protected twice. Malthael does not get the Last Rites value. The Punisher's on core. And it's looking like, ladies and gentlemen, Vinland Raiders, they have punched their tickets to the Grand Finals with another in their pockets. That's going to be a 14-minute, 50-something second Infernal Shrines map. Ladies and gentlemen, Swedish Pensioners drop down to the lower bracket final, which is coming up next. Tournament life on the line for them.